Hello friends and welcome back. This is episode 41 of our Terraria 1.2 Let's Play. You're probably wondering what's going on after that pretty serious episode that we had of all, digging and talking about businessy stuff and all of that. I thought today, we continue to work on our elevator, which I have to say is basically the worst elevator I've ever made, having died about 6 times on my way back down here. The whole thing is slanted, as you might be able to see. The whole tunnel, it kind of lists to the left a little bit. It sucks. But anyway, today we're going to take a little bit more of a lighthearted approach, and I'm going to be answering Twitter questions while we continue to dig, which I think we're probably not all that far away from actually getting to hell, as you might have just seen from the map. Hell's like down here, so we're probably just a few minutes away. But I thought that would be a fun thing to do in the meantime. And of course we could still continue to explore and stuff afterward, but I think today's episode is mostly going to be about trying to kill the wall of flesh, if possible, and in the event that I happen to screw that up and die, well, I guess then I will have to go back to the other one, or the other map, rather, and go ahead and find my other, whatever doll dummy things that we're calling them. So anyway, why don't we start with our first question here, which is by Josh, or at JJTeeks on Twitter. The question is, how often do you listen to Beat It by Michael Jackson? I know this was actually just to be a joke, but, I used to actually listen to Michael Jackson back in the day. By back in the day, I mean, like, when I was about 9, maybe younger even. But yeah, it was like Michael Jackson, Green Day, eventually, like, Sublime, Presidents of the United States of America. I listened to weird music like that. I had a pretty strange, eclectic music taste, and it only got stranger as I got older. Now I listen to, like, mostly progressive, technical metalcore, but, that's kind of outside of the scope of the question. But anyway, I don't really listen to Michael Jackson anymore, but I did. So if that answers your not serious question with a serious answer, then there you go. Next question is by Ristro on Twitter. The question is, I think I remember you studied graphic design. Question is, do you still design or draw things? Well, the nice thing about doing YouTube is that I actually still have plenty of opportunities to do design work, although, thankfully, not for really clients as much. I mostly do it just for my own good and for the good of my friends and fellow YouTubers. I don't really draw much at all. I wasn't necessarily huge on drawing in the first place when I was in school, but I did definitely try my best at it, and I had to take a number of drawing classes, so I had to be, to a certain degree proficient. But it's not like I'm an expert or anything, and I'm not drawing things nearly on the level of our friends like Dracula Fetus. But no, I don't really draw much of anything anymore, but, I mean, aside from, like, the weird crap I've been doing on MS Paint lately, but that doesn't really count, as I'm sure you would imagine. But I still do design stuff occasionally. I mean, all the graphics and stuff that I do, the templates that I make for my thumbnails, and all that kind of stuff, and I've done a number of headers and various bars and things for people's YouTube channels that are, among my friends and everything, so... I'm still involved in it to a certain degree. I just don't really do it as, like, the main focal point of what I do for a job or anything. But it's kind of nice having those skills. Between that and the web design stuff, I feel like I'm a little bit better equipped to do some of the more advanced YouTubing stuff. I think it's certainly a complementary skill set, is what I'm trying to say. It definitely does go well with the stuff I have to do on an everyday basis. I mean, the fact that, doing thumbnails definitely requires a little bit of Photoshop skill, and I've tried to help out some of my friends with learning a little bit if they ever have needed help. And they've done the same for me with, to do with video editing stuff, because honestly, before a few years ago, I had done basically no video editing at all. I mean, I understood the concepts of it, and I understood, like, how a timeline worked, but I didn't understand the nuance to, like, editing or anything to do with the proper protocol for what you'd want to do to make an effective presentation for a video. And still not to say that I don't have a lot to learn, I certainly do. But I think everybody's got their own skills, and hopefully, that's kind of part of being around a community and having friends, right? You all kind of help each other succeed in what you're trying to do, and I certainly would offer that to my friends. So anyway, that's kind of, I think, an okay answer for that. What else? This is from Michael, at Michael G99. Where do babies come from, and how does the female body work? Well, I know the female body has ways of shutting certain things down. No, I'm kidding. That is a horrible thing, and I still can't believe that dude said that. The female body is, well, I don't think the female body is necessary, really, when you're trying to make a baby. I think all you really do is, I think you plant a seed, right? Somewhere in the cabbage patch, and then the stork comes. I'm not sure what the seed and the stork have to do with each other, but eventually the stork comes and drops off the child at your doorstep in, like, a little bundle of sorts, and I think from there, you just start taking care of it, right? I think that's all there is to know about that topic. Anyway, Danny Gauger at GamerDan001 asks, what made you start doing YouTube? I'm a fairly recent sub, so I'm not sure if you answered that in another video. I definitely have answered it in a few different places, but it's not to say that I wouldn't mind answering it again. Essentially, what got me started on YouTube, and this is kind of useful, actually, to go over this information occasionally, because I think people do get curious of this type of thing, especially as those who might be doing their own YouTube stuff. Like, because, you know, everybody's got their own story and how they got started, right? So, my deal was essentially I was doing Super Meat Boy videos, thanks to my friend Max, who helped get me into how to do video editing, because I wanted to show off some of my custom Meat Boy maps. And from there I decided, since I already have the ability and knowledge to try and, you know, set up some pretty basic gameplay capture, not really anything stopping me from trying to do a Let's Play. So I did one for, you know, 3 episodes in on Amnesia, which was totally horrible, and I took it down on my channel. I did one for the old original Terraria, which is still up, but not good. I don't necessarily recommend that you watch it. And I did one for Eternal Daughter, which is also still up, and I never finished the game, to my dismay, because it actually is a great game. It's just extremely, extremely hard. So, I mean, if you want to go track down that stuff, it is available still on my channel, except for the Amnesia one. It's just, my audio is really bad, my video is kind of blurry, I didn't really have a whole lot to say, my voice was not nearly as present, and to be honest, it's pretty phenomenally crazy how much different my outlook is on doing YouTube now, like how much I've learned over the years since I got started. And that was, I think the first video I put up was something like around 2010. So, you know, it's been a few years since I started, but it's not to say that I didn't, you know, at first I didn't really try very hard. I wasn't really doing it for any real purpose other than just for my own entertainment and amusement, and perhaps to try and, you know, meet a couple people, and I certainly did. And it's been a really good experience for the most part. I think mostly everything about it has kind of helped me evolve and grow as a person. So I definitely recommend, if you are the type of person that's a little bit introverted, or might be a bit shy, or you might not have found your voice yet as it pertains to speaking to people in public, I think YouTube would definitely help you with your public speaking. I mean, I can't guarantee anything, but as someone who has tendencies of being, you know, depressed and having anxiety, it's done quite a bit of good for me. So I feel like it's a generally positive experience all around. So now I'm starting to wonder, should I just summon the wall right now and just see if I can fight it without having a bridge? Because I really don't want to build a bridge at all. That part takes far too long for me. Oop, I didn't want to get that. I want to get that because I haven't seen the Last Hopes of Man banner. I think that's an entirely new one. Do some places have different banners and pictures and stuff? Okay, I knew that one. That was Darkness. Anyway, let's answer another question here. I think we've gotten a few more since I started. Hang on. How did you become part of the NLS crew, SS crew? That is, how did you become friends with Northern Lion and Josh? I basically just became friends with Ryan because I had he had actually reviewed one of the chapters that I'd done, the custom Meat Boy chapters, on his channel, and that was like the first thing that made him aware that I existed. We talked a bit on Twitter. Over time, I got to talk with his girlfriend Kate, and you know, from there things just evolved a little bit. After we had been talking for a little while, we ended up you know, hanging out at PAX together. We actually, you know, got a hotel room, and I got to meet Josh and everybody, and it was a really good time. And from there, you know, things just kind of went forward. So it was, you know, not that it was like the most straightforward thing. I had no, you know, intentions of like becoming a part of a show or anything with him. It just sort of worked out that way, and was generally a very positive experience for everyone, I hope. And I see we've got a shadow chest here, which I certainly want to grab. Now that I've noticed this building that has taken over this entire area, I'm thinking maybe doing what I was suggesting a second ago might be a terrible idea. Can I put this down? Probably not. Let's see. Oh, there we go. And then we'll take this piggy out of here. And then we got to put him here. I still can't put it down on any of these surfaces, of course. That would be nice if I could put it on top of the chest, but that is not the case, unfortunately. Let's kill this ash, and then we'll put down piggy bank, because that has my shadow key. This is like quite a process, isn't it? We'll take the piggy bank back here, and then take the save out of there. Maybe I'll just leave them separate. What did we get? A flame lash, some meteorite bars. That's an interesting find, actually. Restoration potion, gravitation potions. Alright, well, don't really need the restoration potions too badly, but I will take the chest, of course. And there's another of that same banner that I just seen a moment ago. And I guess I'll go ahead and grab that as well. I don't know why I need to collect these banners. I just feel this compulsion to. Oh, okay. So this is kind of an awful spot right now. I'm not really sure what to do about this. Maybe I'll just go ahead and summon the wall of flesh right here, and then we'll just try and fight it, and if it doesn't work, it doesn't work. If it does work, it does work. And then we will have hard mode in this, and then we can go to the corruption and move things along. Seems almost too easy, right? If we did this way. Also, didn't I bring an iron skin potion? Evidently I did not. I thought I meant to do that. I must have forgotten. Alright, things are probably about as good as they're going to get, so I might as well just toss my little dude here into the lava, and we will see what happens. Here we go! It's a T, right? There it is. And Wall of Flesh has been awoken. Oh, I forgot to put the shadow key back. Oh well. And where's it? This goes there. Alright, so this is definitely not an ideal thing, but I do have the Celestial Poison Staff, which should really help with fighting this enemy. At least that's what I would think, because I didn't even bring the water bolt with me, which is what I was relying on in previous runs to fight this enemy. Okay, now we're going to be into some lava already. That was really poor management there, and I don't have a way out of the lava, so I'm just going to fall in it, evidently. And we've also got one of these dudes. At least I don't have to worry about the bridge running out now, right? I could just kind of take my time to shoot this thing for a while. Yeah, this is a really nice thing to shoot this with. Look at all this freaking lava, right? All I need is a couple little platforms, and then I'll just regen my MP. My MP regens really fast, actually. This fast Actin Tenactin. I've already gotten, like, half of his health gone. That's pretty amazing. Okay, there seems to be a house in the way. Hopefully I can scale that. Okay, let's get down through there. And open the door. Crap. Crap, crap, crap. Okay, it's gonna drag me along. That's actually not all that bad, is it? And this is, though. I'm gonna have to dig through this wall if I can fast enough. Maybe? And I'm gonna die. I can't heal. I can't heal. Don't get hit. Okay, I healed. I didn't heal. I healed. There we go. Well, you wanted intense, right? This is about as intense as we're gonna get outside of the circus fire. Okay. Still doing damage. You know, honestly, if it weren't for the landscape being in my way, I think we would not have much trouble with this boss at all. It's a lot of bullets you just hit me with there. I definitely am starting to appreciate the bridge concept a bit more. Also, sweet band, the bridge concept, I definitely am a fan. What are we at? 1500, and we're about to go through another building. Can't really see anything here. Any non-lava? Yes. And hopefully we won't just run out of platform to run through here. I think it might be possible. It seems like it's speeding up, though. Oh, 200. Did I get it? Yeah! Okay, grab something. There we go. The ancient spirits of light and dark have been released. Holy junk, the wall of flesh has been defeated. Let's get over there. That was very exciting. And let's see if we can maybe... Oh, there's a shadow chest, too. I want the... Oh, I got the Clockwork Assault Rifle. This is perfect. That's exactly what I needed out of this. Oh, my goodness. So exciting. So spice. Alright, we're gonna go and we're gonna get that chest as well as soon as I get rid of this Demonite brick. I don't know why I feel the need to collect it all the time, but I do. And what's in this one? Another Flower of Fire, Gravitation Potions. This is mostly stuff I don't need at all. And we got a Wall of Flesh trophy. That's kind of cool, I suppose. So this is 19 rage damage, 3-round burst, only the first shot consumes ammo. Interesting. Not sure what exactly that means just yet, but I kind of like it anyway. And we got a demonic own hammer. I already got, like, the best own hammer possible, right? So I guess we'll just keep collecting those. We don't really need mud. Oh, somebody asked me, like, to keep all of my mud because I need it for mushroom farming. I actually have a stack of 999. So I think we're fine on the mud front. Another great band, by the way, the mud front. Mud vein also pretty decent. I actually like them for reals. And we've got 8 gold, so that's kind of cool. So now we should be able to just go grab this chest, and we can just teleport back to base. And I think everything's going to be just fine. Then we'll make our way over to the corruption/crimson area, and we will explore, and we're going to be looking for a particular type of enemy that I'm not sure I remember what it's called at this very moment, but I will figure it out. And now I haven't had a chance to dump off my inventory, so hopefully that's not going to be a problem, but I can at least put this down, hopefully, and then just drop some stuff off in there. Because I have a feeling I'm going to go through a bunch more inventory space pretty quickly. Ash block, don't need that at all. Don't really need the stone at all. Obsidian brick wall, I've got plenty of that. It's really, it comes down to, like, a lot of potions. Like, all the time, always potions. It just seems to be the thing that just drops the most. What would be really, really ideal if they wanted to do this was to essentially just go ahead and make a second little bar inside of your inventory to handle just potions, because, like, there's so many of them that I don't feel like they should use up your inventory slots. So the clockwork thing, we'll keep that in our inventory just in case. But I'm glad that I went ahead and made this safe. Definitely a good call on the safe. And magic mirrors, slush blocks, I'm keeping those for going through later. Shadow key, I guess we could put that back into the piggy bank or something. Unless, I don't know if we can run into shadow stuff in that particular situation. I guess we'll just put him down. You put the thing on top of... Oh, yeah, we can put it on there. So might as well put the gold in, since we are now in hard mode again. Didn't take very long in the second go, did it? Totally new world. Already in hard mode. And we'll just put the key down here. Anything else? I guess we'll just leave everything else the way it is. And we'll just pull the piggy bank and the safe back, and then maybe we'll be able to get out of here in a very quick amount of time relative to since when we started. So, on our little travel back over to the right, I suppose I could answer another question here. I don't know how many I was even planning on doing, but I just figured as long as we were going to be climbing down this tunnel, I should have something fairly cogent to talk about, right? So let's see, 69 is a question. Yep, 69 is also the answer. What gaming devices did you have growing up, and what games, says Undead Merchant? I had pretty much every console cycle, or as each console cycle went by, I pretty much had them. My parents were rather progressive when I was young, and they actually picked up an Atari ST for whatever reason, thinking, I guess, that I should have, like, some kind of computer to learn from when I was a little kid. And I was born in '85, so it's actually... You know, it was a long time ago. At this point, there were a lot of innovations that have come about since then, but they picked up, like, the ST, and then we eventually got an Atari 2600, or maybe the other order, actually. And then at one point, you know, Nintendo came into my life. There was a Sega Master System. There was an old Centrus 650 Apple computer. That was, like, my first experience with actual, like, computers. Is this the thing I'm looking for? There's some sort of a spider-looking thing that I'm trying to fight to get Ichor out of, because I want to be able to make the Golden Shower spell, which is such a silly name that it kind of bothers me a little bit. It seems like out of character for this game, actually, a little bit. And also, what do I use to smash... Oh, the Blood Moon is rising. That's great. What do I use to smash these faux demon altars that are no longer demon altars? I need to see what those are about. Crimstone blocks, I can smash through those. Surprisingly, seems to take more taps than I would have expected with such a great pickaxe, though. The Own Hammer, let's see if that says anything special. Oh, I already took it out. Strong enough to destroy demon altars, but this doesn't say what it is, though. Oh, what is that? Crimson stuff. Oh, there's all kinds of bizarre crap down here. And it is hurting me a lot. Hit. I'm dead. Alright, that was totally my fault. I was not responsible the way I was doing that. What's the next question here? Are there any games you like that are unpopular with the general public? By at Skylar Barwell. Not sure what unpopular means, essentially. There's a few different ways you could look at that. Like, games that just haven't reached any kind of, like, critical appeal, that just are not really games that people know about? For sure, definitely. Or do you mean games that I like that most people think are bad? Because those are kind of different distinctions. As far as, like, the unpopular thing, not to the same degree as a lot of other options, of course, but, like, I feel like I really enjoyed, like, the Legacy of Kain series. The Shadow Man series I thought was really good. Well, the first one anyway, the second one not so good. All kinds of games on the PS2 that never got sequels. I'm sure I could probably come up with a short list of those if I really wanted to, but I'm kind of doing this off the cuff. I'm just kind of looking to my side here, seeing if there's any that catch my eye off the top of my head here. I think probably just those couple for now. I'm sure there were plenty of older ones, like EVO Search for Eden, a game that I really thought was very progressive at the time for SNES. And definitely deserved a little bit more, you know, press. Oh, then again, I'm not really sure to what degree it got pressed back then. I wasn't really paying attention to that kind of thing, but it was definitely a cool game in my eyes, and one that I would have thought would have been much more popular and spawned a bunch of sequels or something. This is weird. I like how you can, like, knock the eye out of the eye. And there are a lot of enemies here. I understand hard mode makes perfect sense. It's just like, wow. A little shocking. Anyway. If I could get 5 seconds here, I'll look for another question. What are some of your favorite / most compelling artistic games from Indie Impressions? Well, my favorite pretty much all over is usually, and this is what I most of the time will say when this question comes up, I usually say Proteus. And I pretty much stick by that as my answer, mainly just because it's just got such a beautiful art aesthetic. It's such an encompassing, like, really relaxing experience. The ambience is so well thought out, and there's so much, like, acoustic perfection going on in that game. It just feels so good to be in that environment, and it's just really soothing and tranquil and beautiful, and, you know, all in all, just a pleasant experience all around. And it even has a pretty emotional ending, which is something that I wasn't expecting at all. So if you haven't played Proteus, I definitely highly recommend it. There's also another one called Trip that I actually did a video for right around the same time I did my first Proteus video, and I actually thought that one was very well done as well, although, you know, a very different experience. It's more like a little virtual art gallery than it is an actual game, although, you know, I do quite a few games that are more of an experience than a game per se. Now I'm just fighting these pixies. Oh, there's a UFO or something here. What the hell is that? I don't know, that thing's scary. I want the pixie dust from these guys, that's why I'm fighting that. And they seem to drop it pretty readily, I think, so it's probably worth doing. There's, like, way more enemies in this world than there seems to be in my other world. Okay, I got 3 pixie dust from that one, that's good. And I think they're shooting, like, lasers at me or something? I don't know what to make of all this. They're trying to kill me. I've got Snail, it makes me super slow. And I'm not going to be able to heal again for quite a while, so I'm probably just going to die again. I guess I should be using my projectile weapons, right? Because I could probably hit them from a range that they can't necessarily hit me at. Oh my god, look at how many there are! And why is the projectile is splitting in a way that, like, never hits them at all, which is kind of funny. Does that just drop a gold? No, it's a copper, isn't it? And I'm out of MP, and the snail is shooting lasers at me. This is pretty scary business. My MP is extremely slow to come back. And I can heal again, but that's only going to keep me alive for a short amount of time. Kind of need to get back in this cave, but I'm not really any safer in there either. Oh, goodness gracious, this is a little bit heroic to get through here. Let's keep going down. Oh, we'll take some falling damage for good measure. I know that I need to get the wings sorted out. That is definitely a priority. The wings are really a big priority, actually, because I've taken so much falling damage, and there's no excuse at this point. I should not be taking it at all anymore. Oh, what is... Oh, okay, I thought that was something special. Like a chest or something. So I'm looking for some kind of, like, a bulbous, spidery kind of dude. Oh, there's a golden chest down here. Let's see what's in here. Oh, it's a mimic. Oh, you tricked me, mimic. Thought it was an actual golden chest. See, I don't know what the actual things look like. What is this now? There's, like, a human heart beating in this wall. Is this actually the chest that I'm supposed to be breaking open, or the demon altar? Well, I mean, I might as well hit it, right? What's the worst that's going to happen? I'm going to die either way. Let's see if the legendary Own Hammer does anything on this sucker. It does. Alright, Deadly the Undertaker. A horrible... What? Oh, I got a sweet weapon out of that. That's kind of neat. Alright, so I've got a couple of things to experiment with later on, and I've even picked up a unicorn horn. Alright, so I guess these are just the way that you would summon. These are your, the orbs. These are the ball that summon the boss from that. Now, I wonder if it summons a different boss, though, than I would normally fight if I was doing this in the Corruption, because normally you have, like, the Eater of Worlds dude, right? When you get to 3 of those, and now I don't know what you're going to fight. Maybe it's just the same thing. We'll see. I kind of want to figure this out. Deadly Crimson Rod. Screams echo around you. Oh, wow, that's interesting. Summons a cloud to rain blood on your foes. Wow, these are wild things here. Now, screams echo around you. Doesn't that mean that the boss is coming out now? Or is it 3? I thought it was 3. I don't know, we'll find out in a second here. Do I have another question? What keeps you going in life? This is by Thomas Roper at Pathicarn. What keeps you going in life? I know it's a general question, but would really like to hear your thoughts on it. In general, just the concept of, you know, furthering what I'm trying to do is, like, one of the main things for me. You know, spreading awareness about indie games, meeting cool people, just trying to, like, prove that I have a reason to exist in the world, right? I think that's kind of one of the things we all sort of chase a little bit, at least at times. We want to, you know, find a niche that we can exist in and sort of validate ourselves by having the ability to, like, make a living off of what we care about and what we're passionate about. So I think in large part that's a lot of what keeps me going. I just got a life crystal, that's always good, and there's another one right here. Awfully basic answer, I understand, to a pretty broad question, and honestly, I'm not sure if I can necessarily answer that question properly in any small length of time like that. I would probably need quite a bit of time to really properly address it. Warding cloud in a bottle, probably don't even need that at all, but can you break chests when there's stuff in them? No, you can't, so you have to, like, dump this out or put it in there. Okay, let's get rid of it like that. Terraria Gothic. And then a couple of chandeliers. Oh, it's so dark. Alright, can we keep going down a little bit further? I didn't break that last thing, though. I don't know if I wanted to fight a boss right now. Oh, there's another heart crystal down here. I'm pretty sure the thing that I'm after, the enemy that I'm after for coming here, the thing with the ichor, is supposed to be, like, underground as a sort of a rare thing in this vicinity, but I guess we'll just fight this and see what happens. Oh, Brain of Cthulhu has awoken. Alright, that's an interesting thing to fight. Look at that. Alright, there's actually a little cave we could fight in here. That is creepy, too. It shouldn't be very hard, though, right? Considering it is generally designed to be fought at a much different level than we're actually at. It reminds me a lot of Phantoon from Super Metroid. Crimtane ore? I don't even know what that is. I guess that's the crimson equivalent of whatever the demonite or whatever it was that I was looking for before. Oh, it's opened up and there's a heart. Man, this is a wild boss. Kind of happy I fought it, actually, just because it's so strange. And I guess, you know, the more ores, the merrier. I'm never really sure what it is that I'm going to be building at any given moment. And it's dead. Right, that actually wasn't very hard at all. Kind of what I was expecting. Alright, the brain has been defeated. Are we ever just going to fight Cthulhu, like, for realsies? Or were you always going to be fighting, like, weird limbs and bits off of him? Okay, there's some kind of weird, like, sloppy-looking slug creature. I don't know what that even is. Okay, doesn't seem to matter. There's another heart down there. Goblin army's approaching, whatever. Have a ball up there. I don't even care. Not care less. You can go nuts. Take my house. There's nothing there for me anyway. I guess we'll just keep breaking these. Horrible chill. I see there's more through the wall. Is there an easier way to get over there? Oh, it looks like another path that branches this way. Oh my god, there's a ton of hearts here. I might as well break them. Who knows what's going to happen? I mean, I might get more sweet long-range weapons out of it. Seems like you get much stronger weapons from hanging out in the Crimson area versus the Corruption, but I could be wrong. I didn't break a ton of orbs there. Screams like around you. Did I not get anything that time? I may not have. Maybe eventually just stop getting bonuses and weapons out of it. Well, just weapons. You don't ever get bonuses. Goblin army has arrived. Who cares? And I could probably just use this as well, right? Yeah, the Undertaker. I got another one of those. Brain is back. Okay, fine. Whatever. Let's fight him again. We'll get lots of Crimtane ore, I guess. It's very satisfying. Oh, we got a tissue sample as well. I really enjoy the feeling of smashing all of these things because this poison shooter is really strong, and it makes this nice squishing sound each time. Alright, he's already opened up. I can never see his freaking health bar. He's moving around. Oh, he's dead again. Well, that was quite a performance. I guess we'll smash 2 more of these things, and I don't know. I don't see any of those Ichor guys at all. I guess we'll just keep wandering around. They are supposed to be a rare spawn, so I mean, it might not happen right at first. And if it doesn't, no big deal. I could always come back and mess around with that a little bit more off-camera, potentially. Quick Crimson Rod. I filled up my entire inventory with Crimson items, apparently. A regeneration potion, a vertebrae. There's so many weird things here. I've got... What else don't I need? Arrows, don't really need those. Deal without the fallen star. Deathweed, I've got plenty of that. Alright, good enough. That should allow me to at least pick up those couple of items. You know, because I could probably sell those or something if I'm going to bother. They're probably worth more than, like, dirt, at least. And what else is this? Oh, this is, Crimtane ore, right? Anything going on up here? Nope. There's a big hole in the world here. I'm wondering, like, if there's more paths that I just haven't run into yet. There's probably. What are those? Just like a big sloppy weird pile of junk. Okay, we could probably dig up in that direction. What, fight it again? I'm mostly just doing this, running around in here, just hoping the thing spawns, but... You know, no guarantees, I suppose. Oh, alright, this is a larger area. I didn't realize we were in something this big. Let's go ahead and grab that. Keep forgetting I don't need the hammer for it. What else is going on up here? Nothing much. Man, this place is huge. Is this the usual tendency of the Crimson, is to be this large? And there's another heart crystal, my goodness. Man, if I needed extra health, this would have been the place to be. Would have maxed out my life bar in like 5 seconds. So apparently when I find this spidery thing, it's going to drop like a bunch of the stuff I need, but I don't know how many things I'm going to have to kill to get enough in total. I should have probably checked that beforehand. What is that? Herpling? Oh, that's what those piles of garbage are called. And I hear a worm. Guess we're gonna fight the brain again, why not? Don't even really worry about it. I mean, I fought it, like, in a tiny little amount of space before. You just knock all the eyes off of it, get all the drops, and then its brain gets exposed. The heart inside of the brain gets exposed. And then you shoot that for a few moments, and it's dead again. In 3, 2, 1... Whoa, there we go. I'll certainly have some extra ore to add to my pile, right? And anything down here? Nope. No monsters, no anything useful. Let's keep going then. There's still a little bit more area to look at. I haven't checked the map for a while. Looks like there's some more spaces to go up at the top, and then what's down here? Oh, another heart, and looks like some green areas, probably just a squid or something, or an octopus, or jellyfish, or whatever. Back up we go. Nope, nothing in here. Oh, what is this? Green area. With some chests in it. It's got a blowpipe, some silver. You can make a gold coin out of that one. I didn't do that, I'm not really sure. We've gotten like 20 more. Oh, this is a strange combination of biomes, isn't it? We've got a little bit of crimson and also some jungly type of background. Maybe the two biomes are actually like meshed together for some reason. 26 more silver. These are like super cheap little easy chests. I don't really think I need to worry about those at all. And which ore is this again? This is one I already have, I know that, but... Tungsten, right? I was kind of hoping maybe I would run into all the other ores. But I think we've just found copper and iron so far, which is not bad as well. But I think there were like 3 or 4 of them that were different instead of just the 2. Alright, now we're just getting into standard underground area, which is not where I wanted to be. I wanted to be in Crimson specifically for this one enemy that only seems to spawn underground and is rather rare. So this is not where I want to go. We want to head back over. Really a very strange little biome. Very strange music here as well, but I kind of like it. I think I've heard people say that like this is one of their favorite music tracks from the soundtrack in Terraria. Kind of get why. It's certainly pretty strange. I was hoping there'd be like special red chests or something. I don't think that's the case. This is certainly like a morbid place to be. Very macabre, very bloody and gory here. Alright, and then we've come out the bottom through there. Nothing worth talking about. What is that jellyfish thing? Is that anything worth caring about? What is that? I don't know. I killed it already. Guess didn't drop anything, so who cares? And then back up again. I guess we'll just wander around this one space for a little bit, and then if we don't see anything, I'll have to maybe do this off camera. Now that I have a spot that they will eventually appear, I know what to do, and I've got things set up the way they need to be set up. I just need to take the time, that's all. I actually neglected to set my timer for this episode, so I'm not sure how long this episode is, but I'm feeling like this might be a decent place to bring things to a close. We've actually accomplished a freaking ton today. We've answered some questions, we've gotten a bunch of items that we needed. We just haven't gotten the item that we needed, but that's alright. That can happen later on anyway. We've got all of the stuff set up. We killed the wall of flesh again. We've finished our Hellevator, or remember which way people say it. Is it Hellevator or Hellvator? Hellevator rolls off the tongue a little bit better. I don't know, whatever this little octopus thing is keeps coming back. Oh, blood jelly. Okay, that's what it's called. I was really hoping to just see one of those monsters before we wrap things up, but I don't think that's going to be the case. Just all these little piles of garbage just keep showing up, whatever these things are. Derplings or herplings. Do they drop anything cool? Doesn't seem like it. So probably between episodes I'll go back out and I'll dump out all my inventory into my primary residence on the other... I almost want to say server, but it's not a server, it's just my other world. And then I'll clean things up, and then I'll probably come back here and farm these for a little while and see if anything useful appears. Can't be that hard to imagine that we would run into the proper monster eventually. There's like nothing in these hallways, evidently. Copper coins, woo! Alright guys, I think that's going to do it for today's episode. Thank you everybody for being here. Hopefully you enjoyed the little Q&A session. Not against doing more of those in the future, so if you have any questions, feel free to ask me in the comments, or maybe I will go ahead and ask on my Twitter again. I'm not sure what my plans are right now. I think probably farming-oriented episodes will be more Q&A-oriented if that's a thing that you enjoyed. And I will certainly be happy to feature more of you on the channel in the video next time. So, with that, I will wrap up another one. Thank you so much for watching. Be sure to leave your support if you're still enjoying the series. I do greatly appreciate it. Likes always do help, as you probably know by now. You know, the more likes a video gets, the higher I can tell people are interested in it, and also the higher it gets in the search rankings. So it's a big help to me in pretty much every way possible. And hopefully, you know, things are still going good for you guys. So I'll catch you next time, and have a lovely night.